What's up, guys? It's Chris. Welcome to VHB Engines. This is gonna be like a pervert. Ha! No, none of that. This is a public service announcement. All right. So okay. So this is about work, about getting an engine for me or whatnot. If you're down in South Florida. First off, I don't have any stock supply. I won't have any for a good amount of time. And when I do start stashing shit, it won't be complete short blocks. It'll be empty ones that are ready to sell. That is the goal. That is where I'm moving towards. That and parts like pistons and rods and stuff like that. But, you know, I expect to have all this shit done, you know, settled in next year. I don't plan on having that now. Why? Because next year I plan on getting a house. I'm fairly fucking confident it's going to happen. So once I get a house and I have my own space where I have a place to put things and all that shit, I can move forward with that. Also, right now, I just got a new car and I'm not putting engines in that thing. I'm not fucking up the trunk. So I have to wait till I get one of the Hondas running. And now, real quick on that, I just ordered a plug-and-play setup for a resistor box, so I'll have that soon, and once I get that plugged in, I should be able to just turn it on. Apparently, I can't find a jumper harness for OBD1 to OBD2, so I'm not going to be using my Honda. I'm going to most likely just have the ECU I have in there chipped already. And so anyway, the first thing would be getting it turned on. You know, plugging the resistor box, that should be the only issue. The only code I'm getting is for injectors, and I have the low impedance injectors on it. Those fucking precisions I have on there, and you know, so resistor box. Anyway, there's that, and then there's that head over there that I'm gonna be bolted onto that short block for the K. And then once I bolt that on, set timing, all that stuff. Once I have the long block complete, then I'm gonna take it outside to, you know, take everything off the swap from the donor car and put that in the RSX. So eventually, what the plan is to have the RSX running with that swap, so that way I can use that as my transport. I can start getting engines again. But anyway, like I'm saying, right, you know, because that's the thing. Everybody wants to call me up and see if I already have something to go, and then they want it cheap. So that's why I'm not doing it, because I know there's no money in it. So there's no point in me building short blocks that I'm not going to be making any profit off of, and not going to be selling or using anytime soon myself. The Vitara short block I built over a year ago, I think we're talking like almost a year and a half now, it's still sitting. I don't have a car to put that in, and I won't have one anytime soon. And there would be something I would like to donate, but the people that keep popping up in my mind that I would give it to just aren't ready or incapable. So I'm going to continue to sit on it, because I'm not going to offer it for sale. Okay, so the thing is there was the short block I built for that one guy recently. He hit me up in December. You know, like I mentioned it when I told the story last time. I tried to pass on it, you know, but dude persisted, and it wound up being like a 2-month affair to get the turnaround. So that's why I'm really hesitant to try and even talk to people about building, because a lot of times when I talk to people, it takes them a long fucking time to get the information from me they need. It doesn't matter how many times I try to fucking walk you through this shit, step by step, baby step. Here's a fucking screenshot of prices. Here's a video of me explaining prices. You still need an hour of conversation from me personally to get it. And I don't like doing that, man. I fucking absolutely hate texting. So if you're not catching me at home, which is 99% of the time you're not, you're catching me at work, that means I have to sit on my phone and text you. And I don't like doing that. And so I find myself becoming a little bit rude when I'm talking to people, even though I'm not in person. And it's not because I'm trying to be brave on a phone or whatnot. It's just because I fucking hate talking that way. I don't like doing it. And a lot of times I spend a long time talking to you, texting you, doing something I don't enjoy, for it to pan out to nowhere. It usually leads up to nothing. All right? But this is right now, this is me, you know, trying to consider a way to help people, and also like making like a filter buffer for me. Now this doesn't go with everybody, but it's a large amount of people that hit me up. They want me to do an entire job. I do not do swaps. I want nothing to do with it. Working on your car does nothing for me. You are not going to pay me enough money to justify the bullshit it's going to take for me to take your fucking engine out, put it back in, and make sure everything's running fine. It's not worth it. You know, for me personally, I would never charge more than $550. Would never take less than $550. It is not worth $550 for me to go through that fucking headache. So I refuse to do it. I will only do engine builds. Now, that turns a lot of people off. Now, this is not me trying to fish for a way to get more work, but it's a kind of a way to offer you guys, if you are thinking about dealing with me, I do have somebody that I trust to do that work. So if you do want to talk to me, and the first thing you're coming to me is saying, hey, I need to pull the engine or whatnot, or put it back in, then I have somebody you can go to. So you can go to this guy and he can do that. Now, if you're able and you're willing to go do this shit with this guy, that's like a safety buffer for me. Like, hey, at least he did this. At least he's paying this guy for this. So that means I know that for a fact that the money's there at least somewhat, and you're willing to move forward with it. Instead of just wasting my time with talking to me about shit that's not going to happen. You know, I think, Kenny even just posted a video the other day. He's like, kill yourself if you're this person. Where, and I mentioned this the other day too, even before that video, he posted that, where you sit on the phone with somebody, you talk to them forever, you get all the information for a specific build you need, and then you don't go through with it. And so you're robbing that person of their time, and time is the very most precious thing we have in life, because once it is spent, you cannot get it back. So time is very important. It's very important to me. All right, so here's another way that you can get through to me, right? Because like I said, I'm not rude in person, because I can just talk to you. It's instantaneous communication that takes no effort on my part. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. If you're local and you're in South Florida and you want to talk to me and you want to get your ideas and you're very confident you're going to come through or whatnot, then here's your first fucking test to make sure that you're not wasting my time. I can give you a place. There's a wing house that I don't mind going to, that I actually like going to, over on Griffin Road, I think in the Davie area. You want to talk to me about getting an engine built or whatnot, or whatever the fuck you got going on. You want to sit down and you want to have Chris's attention for that, then we can go there on my time off. Yeah, you have a 3-day window to get a hold of me. You have the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And so on those 3 days, I'm willing to go and meet you at Wing House, and you can buy me a pitcher of beer, and then you can sit and ask me all the shit you want to ask me. Because that way, at least it's not a waste of time. One, I get to communicate to you directly, so I can sit and speak, so I don't have to use my thumbs to type and talk to you. And two, I'm getting a pitcher of beer out of it. So at the end of the day, if you fucking decide you never want to talk to me again, or you flake out and don't come back, then it wasn't a waste of time, because it's never a waste of time to sit back and enjoy some alcohol. So there's that. All right, now, so the details on the guy I have, it's the guy I'm going to be eventually giving a block to whenever he gets to be at the point where he's ready. He's a younger dude, doesn't have a fuck ton of money to spend right now, so, and he's in a bad spot where he's in between looking for jobs. So while he's doing that, he's got a lot of free time. So I asked him to give me prices for pull, for install, and for the full job. So he wants $200 to pull it, $250 to install it, and $450 total to put it back in. Now, like I told you, I wouldn't do it for less than $550, and I think $550 is extremely fair. So this dude's willing to do it for $450. I think that's extremely fair. So if you need somebody to pull a swap for you or whatnot, or if you want to do work with me, you want to get an engine from me, and you need somebody to just yank it for you and put it back, well, there's the guy. I got a guy for you. So there's that. So if you want to hit me up, and you need to pull it, I'm gonna send you to Shane first. You deal with Shane. If you manage to make it through with getting it yanked out, and Shane brings me back some good reviews on you, good reports, then I'm willing to move forward with you. Any other way, if you want to talk to me about prices or whatnot, because you can't get what I've shared you already, if you can't understand the fucking screenshot and you cannot understand my video, I don't give a fuck if you think it's bouncy, if I jump around or not. I don't care. The good thing about video is you can replay it. So just like studying a goddamn a chapter in your book to prep for an essay, you can go back and play that video a million times until maybe you get it all sorted out. And if you don't, and you insist on you want to talk to me, I'm going to ignore you unless you're willing to meet up with me and get me a drink, because I'm not going to sit here and do it. I just did it again recently. I don't like doing it, and I sat with a guy for 45 minutes to an hour, and while I was at work, and going back and forth. So I'm not doing that again with anybody else. It's not. I didn't want to do it with that guy, and he even knows it. Like, well, I know you guys, you're not really promoting your own work or whatnot, and I'm not. I'm not trying to sell you guys engines, but for those of you guys that persist, it's either be rude as fuck to you and block you, ignore you, or get something out of it. And I'm not trying to take money from your pockets directly. I'm not about that shit. I'm not trying to take cash for you to speak to you, but I will accept gifts. And if you want to give me the gift of some beer, I'm down with that. So there's that. Also, a quick little announcement too is that I know that over the past 2 or 3 weeks we haven't had any kind of real content, and I'm going to be changing that. I have some stuff to do this is going to be a busy weekend for me. Like I took like power naps all day yesterday because I couldn't sit down and stop completely to sleep. So I'm going to be, I got 6 to 7 hours under my belt tonight, or last night / this morning. So I'm going to be doing some stuff I need to get pallets from work to load it in my backyard so I can move the shit off my front porch, and some other various things. And also I plan on doing that, bolting that head onto the engine block tonight. That's going to happen. So yeah, so I might film that because I've done a K short block assembly on film, but I've never done like the head. So I might do that, but then again I might not. It's not 100%. But regarding moving back to regular tech uploads, like me talking stuff, like I will be doing that. I have a couple things planned out, and I might even do it immediately after this. I might do one immediately after this, and maybe a couple in like over the course of the day, because I got like an hour before I need to get my son from the school bus. So yeah, anyway, that's it. I just wanted to put that out there for any of you guys that are in South Florida that want to deal with me. Like you need something pulled. I have somebody that I feel is reliable that I can send you to, and if you want to talk to me, I'm open to have conversations about building your engine or whatever the fuck you want to do. But you got to meet up with me personally. We got to have a sit down face to face, and you got to give me a beer. So that's it, and hopefully I'll see you guys in a little while. Peace.